We're here at the Jermyn Historical Society, and we're getting ready to start a new podcast. Hopefully we can do a weekly podcast, and I'm going to do it on the history of our country since we're doing our 250th anniversary. So we're going to go back to 1776. So we're going to use David McCallum's book, 1776. We'll take excerpts out of there, and we'll discuss a little bit about the history of what happened to make our country what it is today. We might go back into 1775, 1774 to the early things that happened in Boston, and go to Lexington and Concord and talk about what happened up there. And then we'll get right into 1776 when the British decided they better leave Boston because Washington had them outsmarted. We'll talk a little bit more about some of the things that happened. The British sat there in Boston surrounded by the Continental Army, and General George Washington decided that he was going to name it the New Continental Army. Most of them were New Englanders, but he had fresh recruits coming in. He had the city of Boston surrounded. There were only about 4,000 people left in Boston. A lot of them were women and children, and they were the loyalists for the British colonies. And the generals at the time, since Howe had left, the people that were there and that were in charge knew that they were in trouble. One of the lieutenants in the army talked about how his men were like skeletons because they were starved. They were eating raw meat. Some of their guards actually froze to death standing guard in the brutal cold of the winter. The ships, there was ice on the harbors. The ships couldn't get in with supplies. The Continental Army had boats out there in the ocean that were stopping British fleets from coming in, and there was a lot going on in Boston at that time, and the British finally decided in 1776 that they had to get out of Boston and head to New York. You can come up here and visit us. We have a library of books on 1776 and the Revolution and George Washington, and you can come here. We're usually open every Thursday from 9 in the morning until about 11:30, then take a break for lunch. We're here in the afternoon until 4:30, and then same thing on Saturday. We're here 9 in the morning until 11:30, and then again from 1 until 4:30 every Saturday. So come and visit us at our museum. There's lots of artifacts. We've got thousands and thousands and thousands of clippings and pictures that we've got gleaned from newspaper articles, and we're still going through more and more and more. We have things that we haven't even seen yet in here. So come in and sit down and spend a warm day in the building.